my gosh, Warrior. So one of my clients has a rockin' pretty eventful thing that happened. She was almost in an accident. And I'm going to share with you today that story. And then we're going to see what it means for you and your fitness motivations going forward. One of the things to help you get and stay motivated for fitness. Just kind of add this to this story here to your toolbox, your weapon, your arsenal, if you will. For days you don't feel like it, like, I don't feel like working out. So this is right around Christmas time. One of my clients had her tires rotated. We won't give the name of the place. And it was like a weird thing, bunch of things that happened where her daughter ended up having to take the car to her boyfriend's house that lives in town. And her daughter was visiting, kind of like a Christmas get-together, and she was going to go take the car to visit her boyfriend. And during the driving, something like, it felt like there was a flat tire, like her tire was making noises, and she stops and she calls mom and dad, and then she was like a mile away from her boyfriend's house. And the advice was, just get to the boyfriend's house, we'll check it there. And then on the way, she was driving on the highway, it was just kind of making this noise. And she was just like saying, like, Dad, something's wrong. I don't know what it is. And she comes off the highway, and then she gets onto the side road, and it's like 30 miles per hour, and she makes the turn, and all of a sudden, the wheel popped off. Boom! Wheel popped off, and she went boom, and she kind of like and skid around, and daughter was like freaking out, like screaming, like, ah! Like what was going on. Here, when they rotated the tires, won't tell you where they got that done. I got oil change and then tires rotated. They didn't tighten down the lug nuts. They just put on the lug nuts and then neglected it. It was right before Christmas, so there's like a whole bunch of people there. There was miscommunication, all that going forward. And it was a very, very close call where, like, it's never good. Obviously, I'm recording this to you when I'm driving. It's never good when you lose a tire when you're driving. Like, have you ever been there? Do you know anybody that's been there? Like, it's not good. Like, something really, really bad could have happened. On top of her being stranded. Like, it could have happened anywhere. Like, it's not good when a tire leaves your car. How scary is that? So we got a couple lessons here in this for you. First up is you don't know, you don't really, like, you can use this as a fitness motivations, but it's better to, like, this is one of those things that kind of keeps you in the game. This is not a very good fitness motivation to, like, get you going. It tends to be like the weight loss, the muscle gain, like to look good, look good in a dress or an outfit or a shirt, or you got an event coming up, something you want to look good for. This is more so for, like, to keep you in the game, to keep you going, to be like, this is why I do what I do. Like, as far as being in good shape, as far as having muscles, as far as, like, keeping the fat off, because that's how heart attacks like to happen. That's how like life events had on, like, so it's winter and it was like 0 degrees out when that happened. Let's say the wheel fell off and she was stranded and she had to, like, walk someplace. Our bodies, when we're not in very good shape, aren't built to handle that sort of thing. So you don't know. This is like the realm of, like, horrible stuff that could happen that you don't want to have happen, but you don't know when it's going to happen. Like, you can't, these are the things that are out of your control that just happen, that you want to be, like, a really good shape for, like, just in case to avoid a heart attack, to avoid a stroke, to avoid something like that happening. So that was really, really alarming. The other little thing that the other lesson I want to pull this out of the story here for you is just the fact that you don't know. You just don't know. There's like this thing that, like, there's just bad stuff that happens that just, like, happens. Like, you don't know when an accident's going to happen. You don't know, like, when something like that's going to happen. And you just kind of want to be, like, prepared for it just in case. There's part of our fitness motivations type is I call it mission-based or opportunity-based. And when you're a mission-based, like there's something very concrete that you're shooting for, like a reunion coming up, like an event. Like right now, I got next year's, like how good I want to look for next year's Christmas. It was about 2 years ago when I got started on this chubby hubby to hot hubby transformation journey, and it was basically Christmas, like is a time when like lots of pictures are getting taken and with the family. A lot of these pictures are going to go on Christmas cards or going to go on Facebook. So that's what kind of got me going 2 years ago. It was a couple months right before Christmas. It was November of 2019. So I want to look good for Christmas. Last year I did look good for it. I dropped about 60 pounds at that point for last year's Christmas. And then this year's Christmas I kept that 60 pounds off, but then put on about 7 pounds of muscle since last year's Christmas. So it's kind of a combination of good stuff going on. That's mission-based, where you're very, very mission-based. Like, okay, next year's Christmas, here's how I'd like to look, here's the muscles I want, here's the body I want, here's the fat percentage I want to be at. Then there's the other side, which I call opportunity, where it's either opportunity for the good or opportunity for the bad. There's this whole stuff of like you don't know, that's unplanned, that's unpredictable, that you just want to be like ready for, be prepared for. An extreme case of that outside of the fitness world is like the doomsday survivalists and preppers. Like basically the phrase that pays is like just in case. I want to be ready for it, just in case. And that would have been, if you're more opportunity based like that, like if it's not so much like the thing, like the vacation that's going to be on the beach, that's in the future that you need to be ready for, if that doesn't like float your boat, that doesn't like get you going, then the other side of it might like be, okay, let me try this bad stuff from happening and let me have this good stuff do happen, right? Just in case. And another example of so that's like the story I just shared with you today would be something bad that you don't want to have happen. I've been in the case where my car broke down. This is like going back to my car wouldn't start, and I had to like, it was in the winter, and I had to like go above and beyond like what ended up happening. I've been driving and my car just broke down like right then and there. And if I wasn't in good shape, that would have been a heart attack, like, because that's usually when things like that tend to happen. I've been in the case, another highest incidence of heart attacks is moving day, as well as Wisconsin weather, like getting out there and shoveling. Like because that tends to be a lot of physical labor on top of cold weather and everything like that. So I don't know when it's going to snow. I don't know when the weather's going to be crappy. So I want to be ready for it just in case when it does happen. Thank goodness that daughter where the wheel popped off, she's in good shape. She's in good physical condition. She's got high fitness. And so it didn't hurt her at all. Then there's the other thing I wanted to share with you was, let's say it did something really, really bad happen. My other client, her nephew was in a car accident. It was like the ice was sheer glass, and the roads were sheer glass, and he ended up flipping around. He did out doing circles in the road and in the ditch, boof, and he walked away from that just fine. And he's actually a Marine, so it's like, yeah, he's really good physical condition. I don't know if that helped, if that's the reason why he walked away from that accident just fine, but I'm sure it didn't hurt, right? So you need to have this stuff that you just kind of have happen in the back of your mind and be like, this is why we do what we do. Have that bad stuff not happen. Cool? So I got for you, warrior. Been awesome hanging with you. You need more help in the fitness motivation sides, just go to fitnessmotivationbook.com and go get your book where I outline you basically, like, this is one aspect of your fitness profile, your personal motivation profile. There's 4 other ones. Sorry, 4 altogether, 1 including that one. So if you want to get the whole thing, go ahead and check that on out. Go to fitnessmotivationbook.com. Go get your book right now. It's $5. but there's a whole bunch of bonuses in it that make it basically hundreds of dollars worth of value. You get all for $5. So have at her. We'll see you there. You stay awesome, warrior. Remember, your awesome future awaits. Bye for now.